Hi guys, hope you're doing well. So the internet has been literally flooded with all the leaks and rumors of the iPhone 12 series, and by this point all of us are actually confused with what we would get when the iPhone 12 series will actually launch. So sadly, the iPhone 12 series did not launch with the September event, and literally on the same day that we got to know that no iPhones will be revealed on that day. So now the iPhone 12 series will be launched somewhere around in October. So Apple is basically facing some design issues regarding the sub 6mm 5G wave, and regarding the leaks and rumors for this, we'll come to in a bit. By the way, if you're new to my channel, do subscribe to my channel. I do a lot of tech reviews and filmmaking tutorials, so if you're into that kind of stuff, do subscribe to my channel and also put your thoughts and suggestions in the comment section below. So without wasting any further time, let's get started. So this video is basically a combined list of all the things that we know so far, and also I would tell you my take on it, because some of the rumors can either be a little bit disappointing and for some people it might not matter. So that's why I also tell you my take on it, that should we still be excited for the iPhone 12 series or not. So let's start with what we know so far. This year we'll be having 4 iPhones, which is the first time in iPhone launch history. The names are not fully finalized, but you can consider them as iPhone 12, the regular smallest one, which will be in the 5.4 inch size, and then we would have the iPhone 12 Max, which is just basically the bigger version of the regular iPhone 12, and then we will have the Pro models, the iPhone 12 Pro and the iPhone 12 Pro Max. These names are not fully finalized, but it would be somewhat the same. So this time we have a new physical design, as this year we were already due with a design change for iPhones. So now we will be having like the squared edges look, the design which we had back in the day for the iPhone 5 and the 5s. This will actually give more grip in the hands, and regarding its premium feel, yes, iPhones will always be premium feeling, but we'll need to see when we actually get the hands on. Another big thing that we already know is that the cameras are redesigned now, and basically we have a new LiDAR sensor. So this LiDAR sensor actually helps in various AR applications. We are still not sure if this LiDAR sensor will help us in portrait images, because in the iPad Pro that we have, it also has a LiDAR sensor, but it does not act in portrait modes. It only acts for AR applications. So again, if this LiDAR sensor will just have an AR application, then everyone might not be that excited for it unless we really use AR that much. Another leak is that all iPhones this time will have OLED displays, which will be made by Samsung. As we all know that Samsung is a leading manufacturer in phone displays, and finally we won't have an LCD display iPhone. All the models will have an OLED display. So whichever type of OLED display it is, it's still better than an LCD display. And not to say that the LCD display was a bad thing, but still it's a good step up. Talking about the displays, another major leak is about the higher refresh rate. So this is something very disappointing, that the iPhone 12 series might not have a 120Hz refresh rate ProMotion display like we get in the iPad Pros. And this is in interest of preserving battery life. But this is something that all of the smartphones are now incorporating in their latest releases, that is the higher refresh rate. So one leak also suggests that the iPhone 12 displays will support 120Hz refresh rate, but they won't have the 120Hz refresh rate enabled, because as of now their design isn't that perfected and that optimized with the battery. Another leak also suggests that instead of a 120Hz refresh rate, they might come with a 90Hz refresh rate, which is actually acceptable, because 90Hz refresh rate on an iPhone would be as good as a 120Hz refresh rate on an Android phone, according to me. Another leak and the main issue with these iPhones as of now is the 5G connectivity. So Apple is basically facing some issue with its millimeter wave technology. So 5G is actually basically of two types, sub-6 and millimeter wave. A sub-6 band 5G will cover a larger area, so you will have reception, but the speeds won't be that much of a millimeter wave 5G. Whereas a millimeter wave 5G has less coverage but has significant higher speeds. See, it's still a confusion with iPhone releases, especially regarding this 5G technology. So it is rumored that firstly in October, Apple will release the sub-6 5G iPhones only. So now again, this is the rumor that now we'll have 8 iPhones, not just 4. And the difference between those 4 and the other 4 is that of the same sub-6 and millimeter wave 5G. Apple is rumored to launch the sub-6 millimeter wave 5G iPhones in October, and maybe when they have perfected the millimeter wave technology, they will release it later this year. And the next thing is of course the A14 Bionic chip. Apple's processor have always been one of the most powerful processors in any smartphone. And fun fact, always the iPhones that released in September had the latest Bionic chip, but this year they're not the first ones to have the A14 chip. The iPad Air that launched in September event has the latest A14 Bionic chip. Now next leak is of the price. because this is one of the most important things when it comes to any phone. So this is kind of a letdown that probably the iPhone 12 series will not be as affordable as the iPhone 11 is. Also, they won't be shipping with a charger inside the box. So the regular iPhone 12, which has a 5.4 inch screen size, would be just a little costlier than the iPhone 11. And also you will need to buy the charger separately. You might be getting a braided cable inside the box, but you will need to buy the adapter separately. So guys, that was about the leaks and rumors. Now, some of these leaks and rumors like the higher refresh rate, the lack of millimeter wave 5G capability, all these things can be a little bit disappointing, but if you look at the history of iPhones, then iPhones have always made it after their launch. What I mean to say is that, consider for example the iPhone 11, nobody expected it to be an impressive upgrade. It was just expected to be an incremental upgrade. But when the iPhone 11 actually released, everyone was surprised to see how much better the camera was doing, how much better the battery performance was. The iPhone 11 Pro Max was literally a 2-day phone, and this was so much better than the competition. So let's hope we get the best this year as well. And do subscribe to my channel for more future updates. Also let me know in the comment section which is your favorite iPhone 12 feature and for which one are you the most excited for. I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.